Welcome back to Project Unboxing. In this episode, we're tearing the plastic from the paper on 4 more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. This time it's a Villain's Rogue with Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady, and Leatherhead. Let's take a closer look. First up, Shredhead. Beautiful classic packaging. For the first time ever today, I'm going to use this for its intended purpose. As a wee panda, this I thought just held the weapons. I did not realize that it actually held the weapons, or accessories if you will. Little holes, little knots. So we're going to try that. We're going to see if we can make that happen for the first time today. I just threw it out. And I was like, this just holds the stuff. Regardless. A little bonus there. Trying to keep these cards as aforementioned in other videos. But we got the gang today. Well, almost all of them. We don't have any foot soldiers, and we don't have Krang. Little spoiler alert, sneak peek, heads up. We got 3 of these bad boys coming up in a video real soon. The storage shell turtles. Let's get them out of there. Come here, you. Nostalgia. Had to get rid of a little plastic strappy business going on in there. Well, let's get them out. Everybody always and forever will love the slashy armor. Feel free to jump in the comments and correct me on what that's actually called. My man could start a huge organization of footloose and free criminals and couldn't take out the toitles. And as punishment, they gave him scoliosis. Man, his back is just... My man did not sit up straight in school. Not special enough for an S on his belt. Nope, nope. Mysterious. You can't know who he is. Well, I guess we'll cut away and cut these out, and when we return, some action shots. What's going on with his leg? Man. Let's see if we can get him stood up. And we're back with a freed Shredder. With one of the most awkward poses ever for an action figure. He's evil, alright, if you want him to stand up. Same as this thing. Whoo! That took a while to get that stacked like that. Hopefully no breeze will come by and topple it. Kudos to putting the little trusses or whatever back there, but cannot carry a lot of weight on that thing. Little view from the back. There's our sweet focus. Check out my man's ankle. If that ain't ninja, I ain't seen it. Wonder what fighting style stance pose that is. I'm sure somebody knows. I call it uncomfortable. Rolled ankle. Grab my hand, I'm about to fall over. Well, stand up straight, man. Like... Next up we got Leatherhead. Pretty rad accessories. Got the sawed off and the trap. Definitely a unique figure. And everything about it. I mean, the head is the way it stands. Let's get it. Hell of a paint job. Bright, detailed. Get him out of there. Gators #1, man! Wow! Got the foot tattoo. Whoa. Did I break it? What's that, fully functioning? You have to report back with that. There we go, there's a good shot. A little better one. Bam! See if we can see what's going on with this trap. Indeed, snaps together. Or maybe it just came out snapped or whatever, but that's pretty cool. How many points of articulation? Oh, that's cool too. Worth mentioning. He can talk. Toidles! I mean, of course, it would only make sense. Too bad it doesn't open more, so you could, like, bite the Toidles. I mean, you could make it work, like, with a limb or something, but... You. Okay, let's see if we can figure out where this goes. I think it goes right there. It does. At least in my mind. Gotta point it out. Trigger safety. My man has trigger safety. What a great example. He should have been the face of hunting safety. You know what, kids? When I'm not hunting Toidles, but you gotta be safe. Now let's go check these traps. Moment of silence for all the awesome detail that went into this guy. Kudos on the trigger safety again. I just can't believe how out of their way they went for that. The trap that opens and closes. Even Shredder. It's like, this'll help me beat the turtles. It won't. You'll get close, but you'll mess it up at the end for some stupid little reason that probably involves this guy. I forgot to load it. A little look at the back here with the focus. There it is. Got the little loop on the belt for the shaddy. That's not a knife, it actually is. Watch your step. Okay, enough of the corny nonsense. On to another figure. It's like he's holding them up. Give me all the cigarettes you have. I seen the kids. I know you have lots of cigarettes. Moving right along. Onto an action figure I did have as a wee one. Rocksteady. Boy, that's quite the arsenal we got. In fact, here's what's left of them. Could definitely probably use a dusting and cleaning. We didn't plan on him being on camera. Nonetheless, here he is. Some vicious brass knucks. I have no idea where that came from. Maybe someone knows. Actually, I think I have an idea of where that did come from. That's another action figure. That's up there. No, I'm not sure about where that came from. But it looks cool in his hands because he's missing everything. Doo-doo. Moving on. As we were. Okay. Well, we can look at the back. Don't want to forget things. I mean, there's steps we take here with how we show the items. Alright, now we open it. this stuff. I've been doing this off camera, which I'm about to do again. Snip, snip. Now that is a knife. Sewer lid shield. A phaser, let's call it, I guess. Can almost hear the action music from the cartoon in my head as I'm looking at this. Oof. Good luck on date night, brother. Say we don't need that stuff. Pretty detailed. Like how he's got a utility belt with thigh, turtle, shell, shields. Maybe they hold something, who knows. But it looks pretty purposeless because there's no loop for anything of his. Oh, he's got back knee. Must be juicing. Possible military service time? No, I'm just playing. But he's got those fatigues. Let's get him down there with his boys and get his toys out and take a little closer look. And there he is, as soon as the focus decides that we're allowed to see him. Pretty snazzy. Dangerous. Definitely looking dangerous. As I was snipping out his shield and whatnot, I couldn't help but think that my man had an army of mutants. An army of mutants. With all kinds of like artillery, you know, traps, and an army of foot soldiers as well, with help from evildoers from other dimensions. Still couldn't beat 4 teenage turtles, an aging rat, with hand-to-hand combat weapons. Bruh. Should have stayed in school. Road to villainry was not good to him. But, back to Rocksteady. Big nostril horn Rocksteady. Putting holes in drywall and all kinds of nonsense. Regardless, he looks cool, he's nice and shiny. Exactly as I remember him. I'm sure there's subtle differences. I mean, the paint jobs look great. So colorful, even on his bland scheme. Shell pockets. Little follow-up on that a second ago on all the help that Shredder had. I'm fully aware that the Turtles had their fair share of help as well in the adventures. Fair and balanced, as always, on Projekt Unboxing. And last but not least, we got Bebop. Did not have this as a wee panda. Saw online a lot of people were talking about how his color scheme changes every time they release him. Pretty similar loadout to Rocksteady, except for his trigger finger turns a drill. And his garbage can shield really isn't much better. It's not as good as the sewer lid for sure. There's no way that this. Regardless, moving on. Got a knife. It's like he just washed his face, and the rest of it, he's like, it's good. Just got to keep the germs out of my face. Card check. There it is. We got quite the kink in his neck. Alright, let's... Come on now. Don't be like that. No, we don't do that here. Every time. We're going to put something else there next time. We sure are. Do some trimming. A few snips. They have a scope on it for the precise drilling you're going to do with the ginormous bit. Right. Just a toy. Alright, anyway. My man. The mitts on this dude. Wait, was he? Did we miss one? No. He is just in there. Kapah. There you go, brother. Get it. Get it to the other side. There you go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there you go. Whew. Using it probably a long time. Look at the ham hocks on this guy. Should have been a boxer. Took the street life instead. Great look. Mohawk. Glasses. Huge ring in his nose. Anyway. Where does Rocky keep showing up here? Foot tattoos. Oh no, he got branded. Those things are in there now. No? Is it? Regardless. New Year's resolution. Stop saying. Regardless. Stop saying. Nonetheless. He thinks it's a good idea. I think I spot some back knee on the arm there. He's trying to cover it up. There's no way these guys aren't juicing. It's not even a question. Even being mutants, you got to maintain that look. It's one menacing dude with a drill, scope attached. Mother wanted him to be a dentist. Best he could do. Side note, real difficult getting the accessories in my man's hands. Don't know if it had anything to do with how big his mitts are, but we had to squeeze them in pretty hard. Get a little look at the back. No belt. I mean, there's one on there, quote unquote. Part of the mold, I'm assuming. Well, I know it is. But there's no accessory attachable belt. And that about does it for this episode of Projekt Unboxing. Thought we'd spice things up at the end and break out this rotating display with the whisper quiet motor. Gotta say, my favorite was Leatherhead. Just the detail, the bright colors, the uniqueness of the figure being that the mouth can open and close. The belt. Marking out over the sawed off, of course. Kabam! Trigger safety is important. Okay. Not saying that these didn't hold their own, because they did. Impressed. Oh, he wants to fall over so bad. It's been quite the struggle, hasn't it been? Not even going to mention how awful it was making that stand up as well. I mean, you breathe and it gets knocked over. But it's, you know, cheap pieces of plastic, basically intended for children. So I don't think they're really worried about that kind of functionality. But the effort went in and they made the effort. They tried. Yeah, we'll have this, the thing they're connected to will hold the weapons as well. And they get the prototypes like, this isn't very good. Well, it would cost more money. No! It's good how it is. It stands technically, yeah, but if you bump the table, then they ain't gonna need to bump the table. Or they can't bump the table. Jerry, we're not sending it back to the factory. It's going. Send it. Same thing with Shredder. I think they wanted him to look menacing. Like, have him all Bruce Lee'd out and his feet 10 feet apart and reaching out, and it's just like, nope, it just looks like that he has bad posture and it's almost impossible to get him to stand up. At least in my experience this time around. Still sick looking. Grab my hand! Boom! The driller killer. I think that might be all I have to say. Kudos again on the trap. Functioning trap. I mean, to an extent, the jaws do move. It does not trigger by a little nub there. Okay. Hope it's not too annoying. I apologize. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Projekt Unboxing. I enjoyed greatly opening these toys and reminiscing of a past, a time once lost, also known as nostalgia. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that bell, notifications, jump in the comments, tell me I'm wrong about things, correct me. I'm ready for it, I think. But I'm trying to provide more content, and I feel if the audience that I have tells me what they want to see more of, I can provide it better. Makes sense, right? Of course it does. Until next time, this is Spicy, saying don't forget Had a Dinosaur. Hashtag stepbrothers reference. Spicy out? We got one more for you. A little bonus content, if you will. Give you a little update on how the new turtle shelf is coming along. I feel like it's coming together quite nicely. I mean, you can't beat that wallpaper. Had to pose him in a slightly odd way, but I'm completely okay with it because of how rad he looks when he's flat-footed. I mean, you probably saw in the footage a moment ago how he's like, you'll be looking down on him, because if not, it's just like, it's all teeth. You think he talks with a lisp? Wait, I can check the cartoon. What's going on downstairs? Why not take another look? Even more bonus content. Couple Ninja Turtles hanging out. I want to thank everybody again for watching along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you laughed at something, I'd love to know what made you chuckle, if anything at all. Jump in those comments. I mean, he likes and subscribes. He told me. I'm going to try to talk these guys into hitting some bells. Alright, until next time.